Hello everyone, this is Rob, and we've had a lot of discussion in the Bernina group about feet. And so I thought I would take a moment and discuss the 97D foot. I also have a 97 foot. These are specifically designed for 9mm wide machines. And the D has the dual feed for the new 5, the 7, and the 8 series machines that have this as an option. But what I wanted to do is discuss how you use this foot to get the perfect 1/4 inch seam. And I have to admit, I'm really spoiled because my dealer tech really takes care of my machines and it's precise. My needle and my markings and everything are perfect, and every time I take it in, they adjust it to keep it perfect for the needles that I use, the feet that I use. But I also check it. I have these pieces of paper here that I'm going to show you. Each one of these lines are a 1/4 inch apart. So what you can do is put your needle on one line, and then you can measure out a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and 3/4 of an inch from your needle. On this particular one, you can make them bigger. I've never had to go higher. But what I wanted to discuss is when I change a needle, when I do anything different major, I check my needle. Your needle could be bent. Your needle could be warped. I mean, there's so many things that you want to check to make sure everything's correct. And what you do is you just align it up. Now, discussing this mark right here and that goes through the middle of this feed dog, that is your 1/4 inch from that hole, which is your needle hole. On the 97 foot, and then you have your 1/2 inch here. That's another 1/4 inch. This is half, which is basically the edge of your feed dog, and so on. But what I wanted to show you more about this foot is, let me get it turned down, is this inside right here, this mark right here, that's an 1/8 of an inch. This edge is a 1/4 inch. But this back edge, because you'll see this little notch right here, is 5/16, which, and let me tell you, this foot is very, very accurate. There's a guide that actually screws in here, and you can slide it and set it to any stitch width you want. And the same, this is a 1/4 inch to the left of the needle. An 1/8 of an inch is right there. You can see the mark. But this foot also, this is a 1/4 of an inch from the needle. And there's a mark right back here. And there's one also on the other side. It's hard to see back there, but it's there. And that mark is a 1/4 of an inch past the needle for precision sewing. I wish that they had used red to mark these so it shows up, and that they also offered a clear version, but they don't. So you have to live with what you have. So I just wanted to go over what I use. And a really important thing about Bernina, and this is something that none of my other machines will do with the straight stitch foot or straight stitch plate on, will allow me to use a decorative stitch on the straight stitch. It just narrows that straight stitch down till it actually fits in the hole. So it's great for precision sewing. I did a video on applique with a hand look faux needle turn, turned edged applique that is absolutely wonderful, and it is done with this foot because what you do is you line your edge up with this inside mark here, and it makes it perfect, easy, and the way to go. So this is a very, very powerful foot. I use it probably 80% of the time. The other foot that I use the most is my 10D, which is the stitch in the ditch or the edge guide foot. And I'll be making some videos because I'm getting ready to do binding. I've been working for weeks of creating binding strips. So I hope this helps everyone and it helps understand. There's a 37 foot and a 57 foot. The 37 and the 57 are the same feet except the 57 has a guide. The 37 and the 57 are made for 5.5 millimeter machines, not the 9 millimeter. However, the 37D and the 57D are made for the 9 millimeters. And basically the guide on a 57, the guide goes down in this groove right here. And it works great. I really like the 97 because it allows you, if you need to fudge, you can come out a little bit. But if you have a guide, it's hard to come out. And also this foot is designed to take advantage of the full 9 millimeter feed dogs, where the others are designed for 5.5 millimeter feed dogs. And we're not going to get into that argument, but there are advantages for 5.5 millimeter and there are disadvantages just like the 9 millimeter. So with that said, let's have a great day. Let's have a great week and get ready for the holidays. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's time for Thanksgiving next week. So everyone have a great one. Talk to you later.